Intel, a name synonymous with technological innovation and progress. For decades, that name meant computing power, driving the digital revolution forward. They were at the forefront, pushing the boundaries of what was possible. The Intel Inside sticker was a badge of quality, proof your machine had the best chip, a symbol of reliability and performance that consumers trusted. It was a mark of excellence. But now, the tech giant is in crisis, facing challenges it hasn't seen in decades. The landscape has shifted, and Intel is struggling to adapt. Intel is cutting 24,000 jobs, a significant reduction in its workforce. One of the largest layoffs in its history, signaling a major shift in strategy and a painful acknowledgement of its current position. This isn't a routine trim. This is a deep restructuring. It's a desperate move to stop the bleeding, to regain lost market share and investor confidence. Once the king of chips, the undisputed leader in processor technology, Intel has lost ground to AMD, which has been nipping at their heels for years. NVIDIA with its powerful GPUs, and Apple with its innovative silicon. Manufacturing delays and missed deadlines plagued Intel, let rivals surge ahead, capitalizing on Intel's missteps and capturing significant market share. The world moved on, embracing new architectures and technologies, and Intel stood still, failing to adapt quickly enough to the changing demands of the market. These cuts hit every level, impacting employees across the organization, from factory workers to managers, demonstrating the breadth and depth of the restructuring effort. It's a signal, a clear indication Intel is too slow and bloated to compete today, burdened by legacy structures and processes. The human cost is huge, with thousands of families affected by these job losses. But leadership sees this as necessary surgery, a painful but essential step to ensure the company's long-term survival. Intel's chips power everything from laptops, the workhorses of modern productivity, to infrastructure, the backbone of the internet and cloud computing. So this matters far beyond the company, impacting the entire technology ecosystem and the global economy. The era of Intel's dominance is over, a stark reminder that even the mightiest can fall. Now it's fighting for survival, battling to stay relevant in an increasingly competitive market. These layoffs are just the first painful step in that battle, a long and arduous journey to reclaim its former glory. Enter Lip-Bu Tan, Intel's new CEO and a company veteran. He returned in 2021 to fix a culture of complacency. Tan's plan: cut costs, speed up innovation, and rebuild Intel's engineering edge. The layoffs are just one part of a sweeping overhaul. Every project and expense is under review. If it's not core, it's gone. Billions in savings will be redirected to R&D and next-gen factories. Tan wants a leaner, faster Intel, one that can compete in the AI era. He's also pushing Intel to become a foundry, making chips for others. It's a bold reboot, and the layoffs are his line in the sand. Intel's restructuring is changing its global footprint. Big plans for new US factories like the $20 billion Ohio megafab are delayed. Financial pressure means Intel can't build as fast as it hoped. While US projects slow, Intel is investing abroad, especially in Germany, Ireland, and Israel. These countries offer government incentives and skilled workers. Intel is optimizing costs and betting on international partnerships. Building a fab costs billions and tech moves fast. Intel must choose locations wisely. Some US communities face disappointment, while Europe and the Middle East gain. It's a tough balancing act, but necessary for survival. The company's future will be built wherever the returns are best. Beneath the headlines of layoffs and project delays, a significant transformation is underway at Intel. At its core is Intel's urgent and all-encompassing pivot to artificial intelligence. This isn't just a minor adjustment, it's a fundamental shift in the company's focus and direction. Intel's older generation CPUs, while still powerful, simply can't match the parallel processing capabilities of NVIDIA's GPUs when it comes to demanding AI workloads. The performance gap is significant. To bridge this gap, the company is pouring vast resources, both financial and human, into the development of new, specialized AI chips. A prime example of this investment is the Gaudi series of AI accelerators, designed to compete directly with NVIDIA's offerings. To fuel this AI push, every dollar saved from budget cuts and restructuring efforts is being strategically funneled directly into AI research and development initiatives. Intel's overarching strategy is to build not just individual hardware components, but a comprehensive and thriving AI ecosystem, encompassing cutting-edge hardware, powerful software solutions, and intuitive developer tools. The ultimate goal is to win over the hearts and minds of the engineers who are actively building and shaping tomorrow's AI landscape. This fundamentally means shifting Intel's identity from primarily a hardware-focused company to a more versatile and integrated platform company. The paradox is that they are simultaneously laying off thousands of employees, while aggressively investing billions of dollars in these new and emerging technologies. The old Intel was primarily built and optimized for the world of personal computers. The new Intel must be fundamentally re-architected and built from the ground up for the age of AI. It's undeniably risky, but in this rapidly evolving landscape, standing still is tantamount to falling hopelessly behind the competition. For Intel, the AI race is now nothing short of a matter of corporate survival. So what's driving all this upheaval and dramatic change at Intel? What fundamental shifts have led to this critical juncture for the tech giant? The simple answer is massive financial losses. Intel recently posted its biggest quarterly loss ever, a stark indicator of the challenges it faces. That's a staggering, nearly $3 billion, a number that sends shockwaves through the industry. This financial downturn is, in part, due to years of losing its manufacturing edge to TSMC and facing increased competition from rivals like AMD, who have been steadily gaining market share. These competitive pressures and internal struggles have taken a significant toll. We're seeing lower revenues, shrinking margins, and soaring R&D costs as Intel tries to innovate and catch up in key technology areas. All of these factors combined have forced Intel's hand, pushing them to make some tough choices. The layoffs and restructuring initiatives are viewed as a last-ditch effort to break the cycle of decline and set the stage for future growth. Cutting jobs and streamlining operations, making the company leaner and more agile, should, in theory, help restore profitability and improve the bottom line. Investors are watching closely, eager for signs of a real turnaround and a return to the company's former glory. Intel is undeniably at a crossroads, facing a pivotal moment in its history. It must adapt and redefine itself for the AI era, embracing new technologies and markets, or risk irrelevance in a rapidly evolving technological landscape. The job cuts, factory delays, and new strategy are all part of a high-stakes gamble, a bet on the future of the company. For Intel, painful change is the only viable path forward, the only way to reclaim its place as a leader in tech's future.